Okay, this is the first of two predictions that we'll do. We got Upset Saturday coming up. I mean, are we going to go chalk? Are we going to see an upset? Are we going to see two upsets on Saturday? Or are we going to go chalk? The first fight we'll cover is the Carlos Cuadras versus Roman Gonzalez, and then we'll do Gennady Golovkin versus Kell Brook. So the first fight, Carlos El Príncipe Cuadras Quiroga. Didn't know his full name, did you? He is 35-0-1, 27 knockouts, and he defends his title against Roman Alberto Chocolatito Gonzalez Luna. Didn't know his full name, did you? 45-0, 38 knockouts. And this fight is going to be for the WBC World Super Flyweight title. Now, Chocolatito is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And he's moving up in weight and taking on the significantly bigger Cuadras. Chocolatito's looking to make history. He's looking to win his fourth title in 4 different weight classes. Now, in Chocolatito's last fight, he had trouble making weight, and he decided to move up. He was killing himself trying to make a 112 pound flyweight limit. So now he gets 3 extra pounds to play with, and we'll see how that works out for him. He had trouble in his fight against McWilliams Arroyo. I mean, the fight went the distance, and I'm going to give Arroyo more credit than I'll give it to the weight issue. Arroyo's a very good fighter, so give him his credit. Carlos Cuadras is an American. He's an amateur gold medalist. He won a medal in the Pan Am Games. He's the current champion. He's defended his title about 6 or 7 times. And in this fight, he has some height and reach advantages over Chocolatito. Cuadras, you got to check him out. I mean, he's a character inside and outside the ring. I mean, make sure you don't miss this fight. I'm telling you. I mean, at the press conference, something funny happened. Cuadras brought some chocolate milk and drank it, pretty much saying that that's what he was going to do to Chocolatito. So, Príncipe, which is Prince, by the way, his nickname, that's Prince in Spanish. He did a chocolate milk thing. Even Gonzalez had to laugh at that. So Cuadras is a character in the ring too, as he'll dance sometimes and entertain just as much as he boxes. So think of Hector Camacho, a combination of Hector Camacho and like a Ricardo Mayorga. Just Camacho's movement, athleticism, and with power. And just the overall guts of Mayorga. Now let's look at some of the keys for Cuadras. I mean, he has the power. He can box. He's quick, and he can stand his ground and land, or he can move with ease and athleticism. He's a natural at this weight. He's been at this weight for many years. Chocolatito's moving up and making Cuadras his first fight. That's what real champions do. He's a world champion. He's not a Pennsylvania champion or a Nicaraguan champion. He's a world champion. Chocolatito's been all over. You can say the same for Golovkin, and I'll mention that in the next video. He's going to Brooks' hometown, and he's fought in other guys' domain. So these are world champions, not Las Vegas champions, not Los Angeles champions, but world champions. And in his first fight moving up, he's taking on the man at that weight. I mean, you got to love that. He's challenging himself You got to love it. For Cuadras to win, he has to land combinations, as he loves to do. He loves to throw combinations. I like to see him stick and move, use his athleticism and his fast hands to land and then get out. He's a showman. He loves the combinations, as I said, especially he'll throw the left hook downstairs, the right over top, and then a left or right uppercut to finish his flurry. I mean, you can expect to see that a lot. He likes the uppercut. He likes to finish with the uppercut. One issue he may have is at the 7-day weigh-in. Gonzalez was about 117 pounds, 117.9, and Cuadras was 120.2. And now that's not a big difference, but him drinking that chocolate milk, I mean, could that be counterproductive at this point? We don't know. We don't know. But I expect both guys to be on weight, but how much? With him drinking that milk, maybe it's like, hey, I'm going to make this weight easily. I don't know. I'm gonna speak about making the weight easily in 1 second. I just want to I'll remind myself to bring that up. What you have here is a classic slick fighter versus a stalker matchup. Let's talk about Gonzalez. Gonzalez must stalk and attack Cuadras' body. He's the smaller man, but stalking guys is what got you to the party. So even though you're moving up in weight, you got to stick with what got you there. One thing that I encourage Chocolatito to do most of the night is just attack Cuadras' body. Take the wheels off that bike so that later in the fight, you might have a shot to get him out of there, or at least to hurt him. Because he's going to be giving you some movement during the fight. So you want to kind of get him to fight your fight. If you attack that body early, that sweat equity that you put in early might pay off in the later rounds. Cuadras will fade sometimes. He's done it in the past, and that'll give Chocolatito a chance to land something solid. It won't be easy. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Cuadras dropped Chocolatito, if he just walked him into something big and dropped him. I mean, that's how much respect I have for Carlos, and I'm telling you, when he's on, and if he's on Saturday night, it's going to be the toughest fight of Roman Gonzalez's career. When Cuadras is on, we might be in for something special. If Gonzalez does get knocked down, I expect him to get up. And I see him eking out a close decision. Maybe a majority decision, a split decision. But this is a very tough matchup and definitely not worth missing. So the pick is Roman Gonzalez by decision, probably a close decision, where he may actually hit the canvas. If he doesn't, I look for him to eke a decision out. I want to go one of two places. I either see him struggling and working hard to eke a decision out, or you're going to see a night by Chocolatito that you'll be talking about for years. Just where he puts it all together. I just don't think this is the opponent that he can do it again, just style-wise. He's a tough out, Cuadras. So I'm going with Chocolatito by decision. Now, before that fight, we're going to get the Jesus Soto Caras and Yoshihiro Kamagai 2. And if you like their first fight, make sure you catch this one. If it's half as good as their first fight, I mean, you'll be talking about this fight for weeks to come too. So, or weeks later, I should say. So, stay tuned for that. And as a bonus, Friday, make sure you check out Danny Jacobs versus Sergio Mora 2. I mean, their first fight was action-packed. As Jacobs dropped Mora, then Mora dropped Jacobs. Then Jacobs dropped Mora again, and Mora fractured his leg as he fell to the canvas. And Mora got up and wanted to continue, but the referee said he said no. So now Sergio Mora is slick and very awkward. He needs to move, and if he can be his old awkward self, even at age 36, with a year off due to injury, he might have a shot. But will we see the old Sergio Mora or an old Sergio Mora? That's the question. Danny Jacobs. Jacobs has been feeling himself lately. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, I think right now he's ripe. He's ripe for the taking. I think he's ripe to be upset. I'm just not sure that Mora is that guy. So, and don't get me wrong, Jacobs has the right to be cocky right now. I mean, the guy's won 11 straight fights by stoppage since he lost to Dmitry Pirog a few years ago. 11 straight fights he's won by knockout. So I understand where Jacobs is coming from. And he should win, but don't be surprised if Mora comes to party in this fight. Very bad blood between these guys. I mean, they don't like each other. If you go to thefightjournal.com and read the conference call transcript that we have there, and there's also a link where you can actually listen to the conference call. It started out with kind of with some bad blood, and then you had the middle, and then it certainly ended on bad blood. I mean, these guys really they really went at it on this conference call. But my thing is this: don't show up on Friday night to fight. This fight is Friday, the day before the Chocolatito and Golovkin headliners. Don't talk all that shit and have all this bad blood being spewed on the conference call, and then fight like a bunch of softies on Friday. I mean, give the fans what they want. Bring it just as much in the ring as you did on that conference call. So when you get some time, check out the conference call at thefightjournal.com. Also follow us on Twitter at thefightjournal. We got about close to 7,000 followers going strong on Twitter, I believe. Like 6,000 something. Closer to 7,000 than 6,000. Go to thefightjournal.com. At the top left-hand side of the screen, you'll see something that says follow this blog via email. If you enter your email in the blog, you won't have to go looking for us. Every video we do, every interview we do, every story we type up and post will come to your email automatically. So that's the prediction again. We go on Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez in a close one over Carlos Cuadras as Gonzalez makes history. Catch you on the next one.